Hey everybody, Tim from Pool Fits here. Today we're going to be measuring an in-ground freeform pool for a new vinyl replacement liner. Measuring a pool is a very important part of the process if you expect your liner to fit well and install easily. You can refer to the Pool Fits Knowledge Center on our poolfits.com website, call us, or chat with us at any time in the process, and we'll help you get it right. Those are the reasons why, working with Pool Fits, you can proceed with confidence. So let's get to work. Working safely is always at the top of the list here at Pool Fits. Before you begin to measure your pool, please take a moment to ensure job site safety. Consider and be aware of any potential hazards. Talk about safety with those you are working with and those viewing the work. Work safely through each part of the project. Ensure everyone working around the pool can swim and has access to a flotation device. Secure the site from children and pets. Review the job site for potential trip hazards and remove them where possible. Ensure that electrical cords are handled appropriately and not exposed to water. Today we are measuring a freeform pool using the A-B plot point triangulation method. Other symmetrical shaped pools like rectangles, Grecians, and emeralds do not require A-B plot point triangulation. Pool Fits can help you determine what type of pool you have and what method of measurement best suits your pool. Here is what you will need to measure your pool using the A-B plot point triangulation method. 2 100-foot vinyl tape measures. 2 stakes, 12 to 18 inches tall. We show 3 examples here to give you an idea of your options. Chalk to mark the plot points around the pool perimeter. A Pool Fits freeform liner measuring sheet. A black ink pen to record your measurements. Ordinary pool vacuum pole. A plumb bob along with a common bulldog-style paper clip that can be affixed to the plumb bob's line. Today we are measuring this freeform pool, which is a beautiful offset key shape. The offset key is a blend between a round pool in the shallow end and an oval pool in the deep end. This pool features a 6-foot radius preformed thermoplastic pool step. When making a choice of where to place the A-B stakes for a plot point triangulation measurement, there are 4 simple rules. A. Full line of sight to the entire perimeter of the pool. B. The stakes must be at least 10 feet apart and a minimum of 3 feet from the edge of the pool perimeter. C. The A stake must be located adjacent to the deep end of the pool and the B stake adjacent to the shallow end of the pool. Both the A and B stakes must be located within the overall length of the pool as shown in this diagram. Here we are examining a second option for the location of our A stake, as well as a second optional location for the B stake. We have chosen the second option as it allows for the stakes to be further apart while still located within the overall length of the pool. Place the A stake at the deep end of the pool with a few taps of a hammer. Here we are double checking the A stake to ensure that it is inside the overall length of the pool. A quick check of the B stake shows that it is located within the overall length of the pool and with a full line of sight to the entire pool perimeter. Ensure that the tape measure moves freely around the A and B stakes as shown. Next, record the distance between the A and B stakes as shown here to be 30 feet 10 inches. Using the Pool Fits freeform measuring sheet available on our website, we are freehand drawing the pool shape. This does not have to be perfect, but rather a good representation to the best of your ability of the offset key pool shape shown here. Pool Fits can assist via chat at poolfits.com or via our toll-free line with this or any other aspect of the measuring process. Here we are adding the bottom configuration or break-off lines that represent the deep end hopper, the transition slope between the deep end and the shallow end of the pool, and the shallow end break-off points. Again, this is being done freehand and does not need to be perfect, but rather a good representation of the pool bottom, as shown. Next, identify the beginning and end points of the 2 straight wall sections of the pool, marking each straight wall at the beginning and end points. It is always difficult to determine the precise point where the straight wall of the pool ends and the radius wall begins. No need to sweat this. Use your best judgment, eyeballing the point as we have done here. This process will be repeated wherever there are larger straight walls around the perimeter of the pool, as is being done here on the opposite side of the pool shown. This saves time by reducing the number of A-B plot points that are required during the measurement process. A-B plot points are marked in chalk around the perimeter of the pool. On outside radii, the distance between the plot points is 24 inches or 2 feet. On inside radii, the plot points are 12 inches apart or 1 foot. Beginning at the edge of the preformed thermoplastic pool step, we mark A-B plot point number 1 on the pool deck in chalk, and continue this process, clearly marking and numbering each point as we proceed. This process is repeated around the entire perimeter of the pool, except between points number 12 and 13 and 26 and 27, which represent the straight walls along the pool's perimeter. As we finish marking the A-B plot points, the final point should be at the edge of the pool step, and the distance between point number 33 and the previous point, number 32, should be equal to or less than 24 inches. In this case, 17 inches. Measure the distance straight across the face of the thermoplastic pool step, which is 5 foot 7 inches, and is the typical distance of the chord measurement of a 6 foot radius pool step. To determine the D1 location on the pool perimeter, representing the location where the long slope from the shallow end of the pool, commonly referred to as the transition slope, reaches the hopper pad at the deep end of the pool, we use a vacuum pole to determine exactly where the transition slope ends and the hopper pad in the deep end begins. We clearly mark the D1 location on the perimeter of the pool as shown. To determine the S1 location on the pool perimeter, we use a similar process. We locate the point where the shallow end of the pool changes to the transition slope and clearly mark the location S1 on the perimeter of the pool. We follow the same process to locate the D2 and S2 locations on the opposite side of the pool. The liner manufacturer will use the S and D plot points using the A-B triangulation measurements to accurately design the liner to fit the pool's floor. Measure the distance between points 12 and 13 to determine and record the length of the first straight wall of the pool. Next, measure the distance between points number 26 and number 27 to determine and record the length of the second straight wall of the pool. We have marked our tape measures and stakes A and B and color-coded them. A is red and B is yellow. We recommend you do the same to make it easier to know which is which while recording your measurements. A-B plot point triangulation is a two-person job. One person measures and one person accurately records the measurements. Take care to ensure the tape measure is not being obstructed by any objects, such as these ladder handrails, to ensure that all A-B plot point measurements are taken accurately. Ensure that both tape measures are pulled taut across the pool to ensure each measurement is accurate. A-B plot point measurements are taken on the pool deck directly above the bead receiver where the liner fits into the coping track, as shown here. Starting at A-B plot point number 1, record the A-B measurements on the Pool Fits A-B plot point measurement sheet. All A-B plot point measurements should be recorded to the nearest quarter inch. Measure and record all A-B plot point measurements around the entire perimeter of the pool. Measure and record the A-B plot point measurements for the S1 and S2 points, along with the D1 and D2 points. Record these measurements in the boxes labeled S1, S2, D1, and D2 on the Pool Fits measuring form. Here, we are taking and recording the overall length and width measurements. Measuring the overall length between points number 33 and 19, and the overall width in two locations between points number 6 and number 22 in the shallow end, and points number 13 and 26 in the deep end. Measuring the pool wall height is critically important. Taking the measurement from the base of the pool wall up to the bead receiver is shown here. The bead receiver is where the pool liner clips into the pool coping. Next, we will measure the deep end backslope and the two deep end side slopes as called out on the pool fits measuring sheet as the end and side views. These are represented by the measurements I, J, and L. Here, we are using an ordinary pool vacuum pole and a plumb bob to accurately determine the I, J, and L measurements. Using the plumb bob to determine the exact point where the side slope ends in the deep end of the pool, we measure the distance back from the plumb bob string to the bead receiver as shown and record the J dimension of 37.5 inches. Repeat the same process for the back slope, the I dimension on your pool fits measuring sheet, here 34.5 inches. Repeat the same process on the opposing side slope, the L dimension of your pool fits measuring sheet, here 37.5 inches. Using a bulldog style paper clip is an easy method to achieve a very accurate measurement of the pool depth. Here we are setting the bulldog paper clip to 84 inches from the tip of the plumb bob as our best guess of the overall depth of the pool water before we take our first attempt at confirming that measurement. By threading the plumb bob line through the bulldog paper clip as shown, should the paper clip slip off the line, we eliminate the risk of the paper clip falling to the bottom of the pool and the needless frustration to retrieve it. With the point of the plumb bob touching the bottom of the pool, adjust the bulldog paper clip on the plumb bob string until it is at the water surface line. Measuring from the tip of the plumb bob to the tip of the paper clip with the plumb bob line taut but not stretched, we record a measurement of the water depth to be 87 inches or 7'3". We then take the measurement from the pool water up to the bead receiver where the liner clips into the coping. That measurement is 3 inches. We add that to the 7'3" water depth for a total depth of 7'6" inches and record that measurement as dimension E on the pool fits measuring form. If there are any brand identifiers on the pool, such as in this case the pool step carries the Fox logo, it is helpful information and should be communicated to pool fits along with your measurements. Taking the length and width measurements for your skimmer, return, and light face plates is helpful to ensure that pool fits can supply correct replacement faceplates and gaskets for your pool. It also helps to take pictures of the skimmer, return, and light faceplates to ensure pool fits provides everything you need to complete your liner replacement project efficiently. Working with pool fits, we will get this pool looking better than new in no time.